What is going on, Tentacle Crew? My name is Billy the Squid, and let's be honest with ourselves. Computers are stupid. With our big, superior human brains, we can learn a computer's algorithm. We can determine exactly what a computer is going to do at any particular time, and AI in a video game is no different. There is no longer any challenge. We can go through these games without getting hit. We can go through these games without leveling up. It is pointless to waste our time killing AI. So what we are going to do is take the next logical step in evolution and go from massacring AI to massacring each other. It is only human nature to destroy one another eventually, and we are finally to that point in Elden Ring. And I am going to show you how to get to that point as quickly as possible without having to kill any of these poor, pathetic, helpless AI in the process. That's right, this is a speed run to getting infinite invasions unlocked at level 1. Let's go. So first and foremost, we have to flex on the game by picking the Wretch starter class, and then to put fear into the hearts of the other Tarnished in the lands between, we need to come up with a good name. And while coming up with a good name might be easy in other games, the character limit kind of cucks us a little bit in this regard. So we are just going to kind of go with a generic NPC placeholder name, and we can finish that out later at the mirror once we get the unlimited invasions. And now the speedrun begins. Pick yourself up, wipe yourself off, and go get a nice little smack on that flat, barely covered ass by the grafted scion to get you to the lands between. Next, we watch as Melina comes through like the janitor of a frat boy party and decides that the hair of the dog that bit you might be the best route, and hooks us up with a flask in a dream and sets us out on our way to kill every Tarnished in the land between. Where do we put those flasks? Well, stranger things have happened at a frat boy party, and that is besides the point. But it does beg the question on why we are maidenless in the first place. Before we rise to the top so that we can see sunlight and touch grass, we grab this item here, not for the Tarnished Furled Finger, because AI is beyond us at this point, but for the Finger Severer, for those nasty gank parties that we just really don't want to put up with, or anybody doing whatever From Software has broken in the most recent patch. And now the mad dash begins. Before we even have time for our hungover eyes to adjust to the light, we are on a mad dash to the first goal of our adventure, and that is to become not maidenless. Little did they know you woke up from a football frat party, so you get this mile run done in under 5 minutes flat. Who would have guessed to not be maidenless anymore? All you had to do is be athletic. Impressed by your machismo, Melina decides, hey, I can play the role of maiden for you. Also, here's the school mascot. Go ahead and ride him around. And ride him around you shall, right through the gatefront ruins, hauling ass right past the giant that tries to Goomba stomp you, and all the way up to the shack. From here, you're going to be going 2 different places. First and foremost, for our honorable Tarnished hunters out there, there is our first PvP item that we can get picked up right now. It is underneath of the bridge near a Colosseum. What we are looking for is the small red effigy in the Duelist's Furled Finger. The small red effigy allows your sign to go down at any of the summoning pools that you're activated, and the Duelist's Furled Finger allows you to put a invasion summoning sign down anywhere that you want. That way, if you want to commit to these more classy form of Tarnished hunting, now you can. Or you can get summoned in and get ganked anyway because people are assholes. But hey, you're going to be running into ganks anyway with natural invasions, so why not take the risk if you feel like it? That being said, anybody that is going to be using these methods to bring you into their world to fight are most likely going to be prepared for PvP, so expect there to be a higher tier of player using these methods. Or somebody that walked up to a summoning pool and accidentally hit a red sign instead of a yellow sign, and then you get to take advantage of somebody that's completely inexperienced and not sure what they're doing. And they're like, oh god, why is this phantom attacking me? I just wanted help with Margit. Ah! Running up to get these items, you're also going to run into Recusant Henriquez. And, yeah, just remember, he's an AI. He's insignificant to you. Run past him. He does give chase really heavy, though. Maybe I should just, like, quit out and... Oh. Can't quit out with an invader in your world, even if it is an AI invader. Well, it's a good thing we got that shack grace. Waking up from the shack grace, all we have to do now is get to Liurnia of the Lakes, and we are definitely not going through Stormvale Castle to do that because we do not care about AI. So there's a hidden path underneath of the Stormvale Bridge that takes you right up to Liurnia of the Lakes. Very easy, very quick, and opens up an entire expanse that we're not going to fight anything in. We're just going to run from one side to the other, so it should be a lot of fun. Along this long travel, This is your time to really reflect on yourself. Is this the path you want to go? Are you really committed to the tarnished hunting lifestyle? Maybe you can forage off of the AI. Maybe it is the correct way of going about things. Maybe you're not the asshole that you want to be. Along this long trip, it is time to reflect. Is the tarnished hunting lifestyle for you? Are you truly that dead inside that killing AI no longer brings you joy? Do playing video games at all bring you joy anymore? Is the only reason you are going about this route just so that you can make other people have a bad time? Is it truly the thrill of player versus player combat, that variety, that competition that you are seeking? Or do you just get a little chuckle inside to yourself because you're alone in your dark room every time that you run up and gank somebody that's fighting the tree sentinel with their buddies? Really take this time to think about who you are as a person and if this path is correct for you. Because once you start, there's no turning back. Once the blood is on your hands, it doesn't wash off. Who are we kidding? Those 12 million people that bought Elden Ring totally knew what they were getting into whenever they bought this game, right? Right? Anyways, after this long introspective journey, we are going to arrive at the Academy Gates. A long fortification up a set of stairs, which would be very, very menacing if we did not have a horse that could jump over every single obstacle that is in the way and run past every single combatant that is in the way, including the giant flamethrower head. The whole purpose of running up here was to get the Site of Grace outside of the Academy Gate because it'll be quicker than running back here after we get what we need. Next step is to jump off the bridge onto this rock because you saw a speedrunner do it and it can't be that hard, right? Right? Okay, it's actually pretty hard, so we're going to run back down a little bit down the staircase and find an easier jumping point. And then we are going to go visit Smarog the Dragon. Not only did George R.R. Martin rip off Tolkien with his Game of Thrones series compared to Lord of the Rings, but he's also ripping off the Lord of the Rings dragon names. Smog? Smarog? Come on now. They knew what they were doing with this name. Regardless, he's an AI, so we ignore him, get the key, and get the fuck up out of there. Also on your way there, you're most likely going to run past a hippie disco in the graveyard. Don't get lured in by the bright shiny lights and the ganja smoke. It is only going to lead to your destruction. Stay off drugs, kids. So once we've got the Academy key and gotten far enough away from Smarog that his boss bar goes away, we can teleport back to that Academy gate that we got the grace for, and go to school. Specifically Hogwarts School for Witchcraft and Wizardry. Run promptly past the prefix at the front gate, who will stop at nothing to embed that knowledge as deep in your skull as possible, directly, with a book, to the head, and quickly run past the corner and get the Site of Grace. There will be a lot of puppeteers coming at you from here, so if you end up dying, that's okay. But I didn't die, so I'm going to forever look down at you for dying. Next step is to run through PDA hallway. You're the new kid at Hogwarts and everybody wants a piece, but enforce your personal space by running as fast as possible down the hallway, across the bridge, and up towards the big Wheel of Doom. They'll try to tempt you with some dogs, but you're more of a cat person. Jump past this guy blocking the door a few times, because he just doesn't want to move. And then you have made it to the wheel. If you're lucky, the wheel will be right at the perfect point where you can jump onto it. But if you're not lucky, like myself, you'll have to dance around with this dog until it comes back around. Eventually, though, you will make it on the wheel. Now, you could jump off to the path to the left and walk your way around to get to the other side of the wheel. That's not how winners do it. Instead, stay on the wheel all the way until it hits the top and then run over the top of the wheel just to get to the next platform and then ride it all the way down. This is how the cool kids go to the restricted section. Take in the scenic view as you drop down and realize that there is a point of no return coming up. So if you do not want to go this path, this is your last chance to break away. But you decide you've made it this far, might as well go all in. And what do you get when you get to the bottom? A buzzsaw snake cage. So depending on what happens when you get down here, a few things could happen. Do not let her kill you with the buzzsaws, obviously, because that'll make you have to run through Makeout Alley again. Instead, what you are wanting to try to do is get grabbed by the snakes. If the cage is open, whatever the next attack is going to end with a snake grab. So I got lucky here. Just roll through the attack and then just stand there and wait for the sweet embrace of Snake. You will die, but sacrifices must be made, and you're a Chad anyway, and you haven't been fighting AI, so you didn't really lose anything. Once you wake up from some people's wet dream and other people's nightmares, you'll be in the Volcano Manor. There is a designated path that they want you to go to get out of Volcano Manor, because once you're here, you're stuck until you get to a site of grace. That path is not the path we are going to take. Instead, we are going to jump off of the lava fall down into the lower sections of Volcano Manor. If you die to these fire slugs, you are bad at the game and you should probably uninstall. Run through the lava pit until you see a staircase. Get to the top of the staircase and then stop. There is a sneaky little snack guy with a gigantic flail up here that will be your undoing if you don't wait him out a little bit. Give him a little bit of time, let him route around, and as soon as he starts walking far to the left, you want run up to the right into the cage elevator. Once you're done rising to the top, go to the left, past this fire monk, and extend out the bridge. Once you get done with the bridge extending cutscene, Fire Monk will still be on your ass, so run across the bridge. He will not step onto the bridge. His AI is just not made for that. That's why AR is stupid, and we're going after real people. Once you man walk at the Fire Monk and tell him to walk away, and he listens because dumb AI, turn around and you're going to be doing a little hardcore parkour. And now we're going to play a little game. And let me know down in the comments below how many times it took you to do this parkour trick to get up to the upper levels of Volcano Manor. Once you're up on the wheel, put the gap between the chain and the right side of the wheel right in between your legs, right up to your gooch, and then run straight ahead and jump right at the very end. This will land you on the upper platform, ignore the cage main, and run for the upper door. Through here, Elden Ring will do its best Dead Space cosplay. Just run past everything. Nothing will be able to catch you if you don't stop moving. Once you're in a nice, refined, study-looking area, take a right through those doors and run all the way up, open the double doors, and you'll be led into the hallway with the Grand Hall. Congratulations! You have just gotten through Volcano Manor. Run up and talk to Tannis. She will give you a key to the drawing room, and inside the drawing room, you will get the Recusant's Finger. This is your infinite invasion tool. So, with that being said, the speedrun is complete. Following this path will get you to invade level 1 Tarnished in 20 minutes or less, or your money back guaranteed. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We will be doing more Elden Ring content in the future. And until next time, much love, Tentacrew. Bye-bye.